are in a Cessna 172, a trainer plane, a basic trainer plane. Now we are on runway 26 in Juhu. From here we will take off and come and land on runway 27 in Mumbai International. Let's first get familiarized with the aircraft, the controls, the avionics, how do they work, and we will also make a flight plan. Okay, now let us move the engine and look at from inside. Okay. This is the yoke. This is pitch up. This is pitch down. This is bank or roll right. This is roll left. These are the rudder pedals, and these are controlled by the feet. Okay, now let us see the plane from outside. See, the propeller is running. Now let us move the engine. This is the engine cowl. The engine is inside. Engine about 170 horsepower bhp. This is called a high wing aircraft or airplane because the wing is mounted on the top. This is the flap. These are the aileron. This is the aileron. Now we can see that better from when we turn the plane. This is the rudder actuated by the foot pedal. This is the elevator. When you pull the yoke, it actuates this elevator, which gives the pitch for the aircraft. For the roll, this is for the yaw, this is for the pitch. These are the three axes in which the plane moves. Okay, now let us see how the flap moves. This is flap position 10 for takeoff. This is flap position 30 for landing. So you need more lift during takeoff and more drag during landing. Now from the back of the plane, this is the elevator. This elevator trim. The elevator is actuated by the yoke. This is pitch up. This is pitch down. Pitch up, pitch down. Now this is the rudder. Left, right. Controlled by the foot pedal. The flaps, now they are in 30 position. We will take them back. Let us take them back. Okay, now these are the ailerons. Now this is right bank or right roll. This is left bank, left roll. You can see when one goes up, other one goes down. And it is the differential pressure under the wing that is giving you the banking or the rolling action. Okay, now we will switch to a 2D view to have a better view of the instrument console. Now let us look at each of the instrument and try to understand. Now this is the main, what's called a six pack. This six pack. This is the indicated airspeed indicator. Now, this, what you see in green is a safe operating range. And there are so many speeds and so many criteria, but we will have to discuss that in a separate session. This is the never exceed speed. That is VNE. V, velocity never exceed, because of structural and other considerations. This is called the attitude indicator. What you see here, the blue is the sky. This is ground, earth. And what you see here in this red is the plane, the wings of the plane, and the banking indication. This is 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree, and this is 60 degrees. This is left roll or bank. This is the right roll or bank. We will see that when we are flying, how it looks. This is the altitude indicator. This is the barometric setting, which is very, very important. We will talk about that separately. This has two needles. One is the short needle is in thousands. The longer needle is in hundreds. This is the vertical speed indication. That is how fast you are climbing or how fast you are descending. Now, this is 500 feet per minute. This is 1000 feet per minute. This is 500 feet per minute descent, 1000 feet per minute descent. So these two together are very important to control the plane. Okay, this is the heading indicator. And now we are on runway 26. This is center line of runway 26 at Juhu. So you can see this is the plane, and this line is 26, 240. This is 270. So this is 260. Okay, a lot more to talk on this, but later. This is called a turn coordinator. We will discuss this later. So we covered briefly this six pack. This is airspeed indicator. This is the attitude indicator, which gives the attitude of the plane, not the altitude, attitude. That is how you are on in the vertical pitch and lateral roll. This is altimeter. This is the vertical speed. This is the heading indicator. Again, magnetic heading. Everything we see in the aircraft is magnetic heading. No, not related to the geographic north. Okay, this is the engine RPM. So while flying, we will be in this 2000 to 2500 range. Instrument panel for instrument flying, that is called IFR, Instrument Flying Rules. There are two ways to fly. VFR is Visual Flight Rules. IFR is Instrument Flight Rules. There are set criteria. There are very well-defined rules and regulations. We will touch this separately another time. This needs a lot of discussion. Now, this is the radio stack. Now, and this is the autopilot. Okay. Again, this will need a lot of discussion. We will do that in a subsequent session. Right now, we will only fly the Mumbai. So we will put this nav switch here, Bombay ILS frequency, which is 110.30. So we'll set this 110.30 and make it active. You can see here nav1. This is nav1. This is nav2. This is the ADF, different instrument. Okay, coming down here, these are the fuel selector switch. This is fuel selector switch, and this is the trim, and this is the fuel cutoff. This is the flap position. Now, this is flap 10. Okay, this is the air fuel mixture control. This is the main thing. This is the throttle, just like the accelerator of the car. Now, this is the avionics master switch. These are some light switches. This is a fuel pump. Now, this is the battery and alternator switch. This is the starter switch. Now, okay, the engine is now cut off. Now to start the engine, first the battery has to be switched on. So this is battery is on, alternator is on. You could see that everything is coming alive. Now this is in off position. These are the magnetos. These are the two right and left magnetos. Just like a car, it has spark plugs. Now here is the start. So what we will do, we will put the magnetos on, then start the engine. This is the temperature and oil pressure indicator. Very important because the piston engine. This is the vacuum gauge. Here there are three instruments. This is the attitude, the heading, and turn coordinator. All these three instruments work on gyroscopic principle, that is on gimbals. Now, these are driven by the vacuum. So this is the vacuum gauge for that. And these instruments, this is airspeed indicator, this altimeter, and the vertical speed indicator work on barometric pressure and dynamic pressure outside, picked up from the outside by the pitot tube. That is, we can see that just outside there is a tube sticking out. That is the pitot tube. Now, this is the fuel quantity, left and right tanks, and exhaust gas temperature, and this is the fuel flow. So these are engine parameters one need to keep watching. And this ILS, when you want to land on Bombay runway 27, this will give the center line of the runway. This will give the vertical profile, that is the glide path. You can see here it is written glide slope. Capturing this, we have put this radio frequency of ILS at Mumbai for Mumbai runway 27, which is 110.30 megahertz. Okay, I think we just about covered. We will need a lot more discussion about many other things, but let us cut off this for the time being.